Greetings everyone, Ray Landis here, and today's adventure is with the Tease ST-1 SPR, and this is the new release from Tease Guitars, and this is a stunning instrument. Look at that finish, it's just so beautiful. They call this Boomer Blue, and it's kind of like a metallic fleck, but it really does have a nice look to it. And I'm excited to be able to share some things with you about this guitar today. This guitar I purchased with the idea of doing mods. And I'm going to tell you more about how I think and feel about this guitar. I think it is a guitar that has a lot of potential. Personally, I don't connect with it like it is, but that's just my opinion. I think that when I get done doing the mods and everything that I want to do to it, it's going to be a great instrument because it's got really good bones. But I had some challenges in a couple areas, and I'll tell you about those as I kind of get through the review. But the guitar itself is really it's well thought out, and being a budget guitar for an extremely low price. This was shipped, I got this delivered for $179.95, I think it was. Basically $180. It's got the new logo on the headstock and the upgrades from the regular ST-1. This is the SPR, which is the next generation. Now, I'm not an expert on Tease guitars, but I can tell you that they've really done some amazing things to try to pull together some of the most sought after appointments, and at the same time trying to keep them affordable. So basically what we're looking at is just a typical S-style guitar. This particular one has ceramic pickups, and you may or may not like ceramic pickups. These sound pretty decent for what they are. There's nothing wrong with these pickups. If you look in the specs of this guitar, you'll find out that it's a 3-ply pick guard. It's got a volume and 2 tones. The first tone works the neck pickup. The second tone works the middle pickup, and the bridge does not have a dedicated tone, but in the second position you still get some tone adjusting ability. The bridge is kind of like a affinity style bridge, and it's got kind of like a block saddle. They're not the rolled steel saddles, but they're just like a typical saddle that you would see on an affinity, like a Squire Affinity. They've decked it, and I think the reason is inside the back you can see it's got the zinc block, the small zinc block. The back cover plate is typical of an import, where you have the 2 screws that are directly across from each other. That's a 1-ply trem cover, and just basic white. And it's decked, and then you've got the wafer switch, which is kind of like the circuit board type of a switch. It works, there's nothing really wrong with it, and everything seems to go together well. Let me move my camera down a little bit, just get a little better angle there. If you look at the neck, you can see it is a 22 fret neck. It overhangs the pick guard a little bit, and these are the stainless steel ball end frets. But the thing about this guitar that I think they really thought out well was the fact that it's got a nice arm cut here. It's a little different shape than you would normally see on an S-style guitar. It's kind of like over towards the ridge a little bit farther. I know normal arm cut comes into this area a little bit more. If you look on the back, you've got a nice belly cut like you typically would see on an S-style guitar, but you've also got a nice cut that gives you access to the upper registers, and the corner's been taken off of that, the back part of that neck section. So you've got a little bit of a of a of a corner that's been removed. So I guess they call this the handshake, and you can really get up in there. Now, I don't know, not everybody plays in that area, so it may not be always something that you need, but I think a lot of players, they ask for that, and I think they did good by doing that. The strap buttons are typical, something like you would see on an Affinity. The neck, I can't remember what the neck radius is on this, but I have a feeling that it's a little flatter than a typical S-style guitar. I can look that up, and I'll put that on the screen. But the one thing I noticed is that this edge is very stark. It's very this is not a rolled edge, and one thing I would do to this is I would roll the edge. The tuners, they're just standard tuners that I didn't take the plastic off the back. You can see the serial number too is kind of just like a sticker, and those can be peeled off if you want. Also, these tuners, they leave a lot to be desired. One thing I had trouble with was keeping this guitar in tune, and I think that the tuners, changing out the tuners would really make a big difference. Another thing that they did that was pretty cool is they put roller string trees on. I think that's a plus. Most likely I'll change those out as well. And they say that this has a bone nut. So when I first took this out of the box, I tuned it up and I played it acoustically, and I noticed there was a little bit of a buzz or like a sitar type sound with the high E string. So I took that high E string out of the slot, and I took my nut file and I angled it down towards the string tree, and that immediately took that out. So there was no problem with that whatsoever. But overall, I think this guitar is just it's really well thought out. For the price, it's less than you would pay for most of the Fireflies, because they're running around $200 now. So this is in the $180 price range, and it sounds pretty good. So I'm going to have some sound samples for you, and that's going to kind of help you decide whether this guitar is for you. All right, I'm going to run through a few sounds so you can get an idea what these pickups sound like. So now we've got everything all the way up. I'm working through my Pocket Master on preset 26. It's called Warm Jazz. Just a little bit of reverb, maybe some echo of some sort. It's relatively just clean. I do have my my RC10 hooked up, which I'll maybe try to do a couple loops. But I'll just play some simple chords, and I'll just play some simple chords and let you hear what the pickups sound like, because these are ceramic pickups. So there is the neck pickup. This is going to be noise canceling with the neck in the middle. We're going to have the middle pickup. Then we've got the middle and the bridge. Got some people in the other room. And then we've got the bridge. Does sound like it's in good the intonation is good. As much as you can tell by ear, but it does sound pretty good. Alright, I'm going to try to get some kind of a loop going. I've really had trouble keeping this guitar in tune, and it seems like sometimes mid-song it's like in such a state that I just can't really finish what I'm doing. So I've had trouble even getting anything going, but let's see if we can maybe get something going here. I'm going to try to play a few licks if I keep it in tune, and I'll use first I'll use the neck pickup. Alright, I'm going to go to combination of the neck and the middle. Now I'm going to go to the middle. Alright, now I'm going to go to combination of the middle and the bridge. Alright, now I'm going to go to the bridge. My purpose for buying this guitar was not to have it remain in stock, configuration. I'm going to take the pick guard off and put another pick guard on it with some better pickups and full-size pots, switch. I'm going to replace the bridge. I'm going to do all black hardware on this. I think that'll look really cool. So I'm going to sand this neck a little bit, and I'm going to try to tint the neck a little darker. And then I'm going to use gun stock oil, the True Oil, to put a gloss on the back of the neck. I like that. The gloss never bothers me. But as far as this guitar is in a stock configuration, I really had a hard time connecting with it. I've played it quite a bit, and I just felt like I was all thumbs with it. It just didn't, I didn't feel like I could naturally play and actually do anything smooth. It just felt like I was fighting it the whole time. That's my personal opinion. Overall, I think the guitar has a lot of good qualities, and I understand underneath of that pickguard is a swimming pool route. I have seen the inside of these. Some of the other ones I saw were kind of gnarly on the inside. I'm going to smooth that out. I'm going to put some shielding tape in there, some conductive foil, and I'm going to possibly put a brass block on this new bridge. And all the hardware, including the neck plate, the tuners and everything, is going to be black. And then this will have, I believe, a little bit darker colored neck. It may appear like it's a roasted maple, and I'm going to see if I can kind of dial this in to more of what I can connect with. I may even take the neck. This neck is a little chunkier than you would get on a Firefly guitar. It's not, I don't think this would be considered a modern C. It's just a little chunkier, and some guys may like that. It may feel better to them. But I'm going to roll these edges, and I'm going to sand the back of the neck and maybe make it a little thinner and kind of see where it goes, at least up in this area, you know, from the first fret up to about the 9th fret. I'm going to make that a little bit, because when you're up here anyway, your thumb kind of really goes back behind the neck more. Should be there anyway, up here. But yeah, I think I'm going to try to sand that down a little bit, and I may even put boiled linseed oil on the face, on the fretboard. So that's kind of my opinion of this guitar. I'm hoping that as I customize it, it kind of falls into a line with something that I can connect with, because I just really had trouble. I couldn't keep it in tune. I felt like I was all thumbs with it, and it just didn't want to submit to me. So I hope you've gained something from this. I'm going to definitely bring the guitar back again, and perhaps even show you how I'm going to do some of the upgrades to it. But this guitar, I think for a lot of people is going to be just what they wanted. But I think it's a great modding platform. So if you've enjoyed the content and this has helped you in some way, I'm going to ask that you subscribe to the channel. Give me a thumbs up, like, comment, and share. And I will see you next time for the next guitar adventure. Take care.